Alright. Welcome back to YouTube, guys. Here for the peak week Q&A that you guys have been waiting for. Q&A that I've been talking about on my Instagram. I told you guys on my story there to drop like a few questions you guys want to know in regards to peak week, prep, just basically everything I'm going through right now. Today's a rest day, so it's like an easy day for me to set aside time and just answer questions. Honestly, I'm so tired right now, I don't really feel like going to the gym and working out. Really grateful that I'm doing a peak week Q&A instead. Starting off, number one question. This I get like so many times. I don't know why, like people cannot seem to get the concept, but who is your coach? My coach is Dylan McKenna this year. Last year it was not. Switched coaches this year. I have a new coach, new system in play. From the last 2 years, I've had a completely different prep. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I really enjoyed having Dylan so far. He's been nailing everything with me. We're a good team together. He's very corresponding, understands my body pretty well. Honestly, could not have asked for a better prep coach for myself. How much do you weigh right now? Currently I'm weighing in at 203 pounds. Today was the all-time low weigh-in, and it was crazy to say this, but like literally I think 3 or 4 weeks ago I was 218 pounds. I've come down a solid 15 pounds in the last 2 or 3 weeks to get ready for this first show. After this show, like I'm going to be hopefully doing nationals in 2 weeks. I have plenty of time to like kind of clean sail into it because I got past the hard part, which was losing that deep fat that I had. I would say that the hardest part of my prep is already kind of done and out of the way. Even though I'm going to be still working my ass off, I literally went to hell and back the last 2 or 3 weeks on prep. My mental and my physical being were challenged to like every single extent you can possibly imagine. Like I've never pushed my body and my mind so hard in my entire life. So it really paid off. I really got hella conditioned in the last few weeks, and I'm very proud of myself for making it through those tough times. It was very, very hard, and I'm not even just saying that for the camera or saying that for YouTube. It's definitely been no joke. It's definitely been one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. By the way, I hope you guys liked my fucking fluffy ass Young LA cozy shirt that dropped. We're in that with the coziest sweats in the game, the Immortal Joggers. All colors, restocking plus new colors coming out November 22nd, 3 p.m. EST. Code Zack, 30% off, Black Friday drop. Be on the site. They're gonna sell out, so if you guys want to get something, or if you guys want to get a bunch of shit, for the people on my YouTube channel, I'm gonna give you guys like a little update. I'm gonna be choosing random supporters, like just people that use my code, and I'm just gonna be following them back. So if you send me a DM and you used my code, there's a good shot that I'm gonna be following you back and showing my support towards you as you do to me. Yeah, that's one of the ways I'm just going to give back and show my appreciation towards the people that actually go out of their way to use my code over other influencers. So this one's a big one. How much cardio were you doing per session? So this is a deep dark secret that I have not answered, but it got to the point where at one point I was doing up to 2 hours of cardio every single day. That was very extreme. That was when I was at definitely my lowest and like my hardest point of my mental state, because like I've never ever had to put that much work into the gym or anything in life. To work out for, an hour and a half, 2 hours, make content, do those hours on the cardio, like it got to me, man. Like mentally, I was somewhere else. I'm not just saying this, like again, I'm not just saying this for the camera to like make you guys feel bad. Like I asked this upon myself. I challenge myself to be one of the best. So those cardio sessions are what matters, and that's what you got to do to be the best. Another Trend Twins collab coming soon. Yeah, so the Trend Twins are coming to my show. So the next video after this one that you guys are going to see is my show day video, which is going to be 13 out of 10 fantastic, by the way. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a long ass video, so get your popcorn ready. Dima's going to be editing that one, so it's going to be basically like in a movie type of format, just an all-out documentary style video of my show day. You guys can see me on stage, get to see me compete. So show day video is going to be fucking fantastic. Really excited for you guys to see that one. The Trend Twins, back to what we were saying, they're going to be coming to the show, so you'll see them in that video. And then I have a lot of plans this year of collabs with them, since they're like other creators that are in Michigan. And yeah, we're going to be seeing them a lot on my channel in the near future. But right now I've just been isolating myself on prep and just finishing this out strong, because it gets pretty hard, low energy. That's like the last thing I'm thinking about right now is a collab with somebody. What's the meal that you're gonna have post show? After my first competition, I do get a cheat meal, and I'm gonna be probably either doing like a bacon burger at the side of fries, or I was thinking pizza, like a deep dish pizza, something that, or like an Italian gourmet pizza. Like I'm thinking about pizza or burgers right now. And then also I know that I get cookies backstage, so really looking forward to that as well. big sweets guy, and cookies just sound fucking phenomenal, and so do donuts. We'll have to find out what I get. You'll see it in the show day video because I'm going to be filming all that, taking you guys with us, so you guys can see my post-show treats, meals, and whatever happens post-show. How do you know you're ready to start prep, body composition-wise? So, you know you're ready to start prep when you have a solid foundation of muscle tissue that you can see underneath that fat. If you're walking around and you just don't look big and you're in your off season, then you should not be on the prep. You have to know that you have muscle underneath so that when you cut all the fat off, there's actually a solid base of muscle mass under there so that when you do diet down and get shredded, you're big enough to hop on the stage and compete in bodybuilding. You know how different it is to weigh, 200 but then be 200 shredded. It's completely different. You want to make sure they have like a baseline of muscle mass before you do hop on the prep. Do you like the death face look and wish you could keep it? Not the death face look, I like the middle ground. So like when you're kind of heading towards a death face but you're not quite there yet. Like when you're about 2 weeks out from your show, you kind of get like the sucked in look. But like when you're about 5 weeks out, that's perfect. You look healthy, you look lean. And I'm one that, stores fat in the face. So when I do lean out, face looks twice as handsome. Do you work out with Kyle and Jacob? I don't know who that is. Michigan born here. What part are you in? Like around like Detroit, like Metro Detroit area. Definitely don't like it here. Gonna be moving in the near future. Probably towards like Texas or Florida. We're still deciding on that, but in the near future gonna go somewhere warm. Far, far away. How much stage weight have you gained since your last show? So like right now I'm 203 pounds. I think I hopped on stage last year at 200. So I'm going to be actually probably lower this year with like, just because I'm leaner this time around. So I think for the national show, like saying I qualify and get to that national level, I think I'll be less weight than I was at last year's national show with more muscle, just because my conditioning is better this year. That's a really good sign. That means I put on a lot of muscle mass. Obviously I didn't get smaller, which would be very unfortunate if I did. What are the hardest aspects of prep? Mental, social, etc. So like mentally, you have to be really strong because your routine is literally the same thing every single day. You kind of have to go in the box. You can't step outside that box. Doing simple things like hanging out with your friends, going out to dinners, spending the holidays with your families. You have to shut all that out for a little bit, and you have to be willing to just give yourself into the prep lifestyle because you can't cheat your diet. So if your family's out, and they're celebrating the holiday and they're eating food, you can't give into that. You have to stay true to your diet, even if you're starving, even if life's really hard. There's no excuses. You can't cheat your diet. So that's probably like the hardest thing of prep is like the food aspect and the social aspect. I would say the food aspect and then like strict box routine aspect. Like that just drives me nuts. When you have to do the same thing every single day and you don't really get to step outside for a while, it gets repetitive after time. Like some people like doing the same thing every day, but if you're a person that likes doing different things, do not go on a prep. The hardest part socially about prep is hanging out with people. You don't really fuck with anybody because when you're out in public settings, loud crowds, they tend to be like more so annoying. People are just more so irritating. Like if you're with a bunch of drunk people and you're prepping for a show, those people are no longer funny when they're shouting in your face and you're completely sober and they're drunk out of their minds basically. Whereas like when you're on your bulk, you can, or like if you have food in your body, you can like tolerate people's nonsense, and you might think a little joke here and there is like a lot more funny because you have more of a laid-back approach to life. But when you're on prep, you're always in like a serious like flight or flight state of mind. You're always not feeling it really. So like anything can trigger you. The smallest little things. Like you have to do prep to realize what exactly I'm saying, but you really don't have any energy to socialize with anybody and you don't want to. Funny question, but does your dick still work? Yeah, so basically when you're very low body fat percentage, your sex drive goes down dramatically. It does still work because like obviously I still have testosterone. I have my hormones and they're still in check. For some people, their hormones get so messed up on prep that they literally lose the ability for it to work. They have like ED. Whereas like my hormones are still balanced and my fats are still high. I feel like that plays a huge role into whether your junk still works. So yes, my junk still works. But that doesn't mean my sex drive is high. My sex drive is dramatically decreased. Your favorite training partner? My favorite training partner of all time was, I don't know if you guys were on the channel last year when I used to upload those videos with Steve. His real name's Jay, but basically he was my favorite training partner of all time. We had the best workouts, me, him, and Gianni. We were just going ham every single workout. It was 10 out of 10. Best energy you guys have ever seen. So those were like the good old days, in my opinion, for training partners. Ever since then, nobody's really topped it. Nobody really has come close to how good they were for training partners. And yeah, I couldn't really replace them. Hopefully I'll get to make a video with him again soon. He's been a little MIA recently, but we will get together in the future and make another one of these banging ass videos, because he was hilarious, he was motivational, strong, like bro is a all out unit, all out inspiration, and yeah, you guys really loved him when I posted him, so gonna be doing another video with him again soon. At what age did you want to start taking bodybuilding serious? I really realized that I wanted to be a bodybuilder when I was about 16 years old. You know, that sounds pretty young, but I remember I was playing high school sports and I really started falling out of love with it because I was just always in the gym. Instead of playing my sport, which is basketball at the time, I would leave practice and then I would go straight to the weights. Then I would spend more time in the weight room and less time, you know, studying the plays, really caring about basketball, really looking forward to the games. So eventually I said to myself, like, I need to pick one of these because, like, my true passion is bodybuilding and I'm just hanging on for dear life to, you know, pretend that I am still in love with this sport. So I ended up quitting basketball and then pursuing bodybuilding, and yeah, that's where we started out. How was the relationship with your girlfriend / peers on the prep versus last? I would say that I have better friends this time around. I would say, like, I have the same friends as last year's prep, but in the year before that, I really didn't have any deep friends. Like, I had a bunch of superficial friends when I was in college. So the amount of friends that I've had this prep and last prep that stuck by me and I've been friends with since is, like, it's great because, like, I have friends that I don't have to talk to all the time in order to maintain the relationship. I can go on these little sprouts where I isolate myself, and as long as I text them and tell them, like, I've been over here, you know, prepping really hard, they understand, they see the struggle. Like, everyone sees my social media updates, so, like, they know what I'm going through, they know how much weight I'm losing, and at the end of the day, a lot of my really close friends, they just really support me and help me through this. My girlfriend, she'll be a good support system when, you know, the days are getting hard. I haven't seen her in a long time because she's at college right now, but she's been always rooting me on and, you know, cheering me up. Dima, he's been helping me with, like, recording these YouTube videos. So he's been pushing me, always being positive. He, earlier on in prep, would do cardio with me when it got hard. And, you know, even though he wasn't getting ready for the show, he would still, like, hop on the Stairmaster after a workout here and there and do stuff like that. And then my boy Gianni, you know, he's just Gianni. He's just always around and always such a good, solid friend. Always rooting me on, hyping me up, like, couldn't really ask for a better, solid, you know, small circle. I would rather have a very small, tight circle than, like, a lot of friends because I feel like there's only so much time and energy you can invest in, like, people in general, and I'd rather pick 3 solid-ass individuals or, like, 3 to 5 solid people that are just in your corner at all times that you can continuously progress that relationship so that, you know, one day when you get married and stuff, you're like, okay, well, this is my squad, you know? What is your favorite thing to eat while on prep? So my favorite thing in my diet right now, I would say, is the salmon. Like, every night, I get, like, this nice salmon, and it just goes by so fast because of how good it is. It's extra juicy, it has, like, the fat dripping off of it, and it's, like, a nice, like, slab of salmon. I always look forward to that meal, but I'm always, like, disappointed because it's so good, and, you know, it goes by so fast and I'm starving after I'm finished with it. But that's definitely my number one from this prep, was the salmon. Throughout all of your shows, have you kept the same structure with diet and training? No, I definitely have not. This year we had a completely different approach to prep and it worked a lot better for my physique. Notice how I was able to shred off 48 pounds in about 14 weeks and keep all my size. Previous preps, I kind of got, like, a bad rep for losing mass towards the end and like crash dieting. Whereas this year I kind of shut all the haters up because boom, we got all the size, we got the fullness, we're lean. It could not have gone any better. Do you think I should get a coach for a show? Absolutely, 100% you want a coach for a show. You would be making the biggest mistake if you ever did a prep without a coach. Nobody out there, no matter who you are, can do a prep without a coach responsibly and properly. When you're super low calories, you don't really think straight. So, like, things that you might think are normal about yourself, and, you know, you might decide to change your diet because of you don't think you're lean enough at a certain time, and then you end up losing too much weight, and then everything just gets out of order. When you're low calorie, you're not going to be able to see yourself for how you are at all times. So having a coach and someone to guide you is, like, essential. If you guys need a coach on prep, definitely get a coach. If you guys need a coach and are looking for someone to guide you into a show, hit up Jennings Training LLC. I've been getting people ready for competitions, bodybuilding shows, doing preps, and we've been a very, very successful squad this year. DM me, apply for it, and I will take you guys on. Okay, so I'm back. Unfortunately, a lot of the clips went missing because my memory card got full. Now I have to refilm it. I had some pretty good things to say. Some of the things I never talked about were the complete isolation, the loneliness, nights where you had nobody there to talk to because, while they were out partying, having fun, hanging out with each other, you were on the cardio suffering, or you were working out, or you were dieting. Like, when you're on prep, you have to isolate yourself, and you have to be willing to accept a certain level of loneliness that you might have never experienced before. Anyways, I feel like that's a good amount of questions answered. Sorry if I missed a few. I just wanted to say thank you guys all who support me. November 22nd, 3 p.m. EST. Use code Zack at checkout for 30% off on all the items that are coming out. All the items being restocked. The whole website will be 30% off using my code. When you support me, I actually appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. YouTube squad, you guys are my family. Thank you guys for all watching my videos, keeping updated with all my journey to the stage. Without you guys, I couldn't be doing what I'm doing, so I love everyone that, watches my YouTube videos, hypes me up. You guys are the ones that are keeping me in the game, keeping me focused, and, I'm going to be going for my pro card because of you guys, so I appreciate and love you guys all. Also, next video, stay tuned. It's going to be the best video on my channel, so you guys got to stay on the lookout for that. Dima's going to be editing the fucking movie. So you guys are going to love it. It's going to be like a documentary form type video, the whole show day, and yeah, that's going to be dropping on I think the 20th or the 21st of November. It's going to go fucking crazy. We got a big show 3 days out, and I will see you in the show day video next. Peace out.